Akash. In this video, I'll be discussing trick to solve blood relation questions. Now, students generally consider this topic as tough and confusing one, but believe me, this is one of the simplest topic as far as the reasoning part is concerned. We'll start with the basic, that is representation. To represent a male, we'll always be using a square bracket, while a female is always represented with the help of a circle. Talking about couple, now the couple means either it can be husband or a wife or a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It is always represented with this symbol, that is double arrow. Talking about generation, now in generation either it can be father-son, it can be mother-son, it can be father and a daughter or mother and a daughter. It is always represented with the help of this downwards arrow. And the last, siblings. Now talking about siblings, it can be sister, it can be brother or a brother, it can be brother, sister or vice versa. It is always represented with the help of these two parallel lines. After that, I'm having one simple question for you. Is Meena a boy or a girl? Okay. Now, 90% of the students will say, sir, this Meena is a girl. Okay. Now, I hope you guys have watched the web series of Kota series. Okay, in that Kota series, this Meena is a boy. So always remember a thumb rule in blood relation. Whenever a gender is not specified, we cannot assume anyone's gender. Now we have to just remember few more basic. Mother's brother or father's brother will always called as uncle. Now in general, we will be using this word uncle, but more specifically, mother's brother is called as maternal uncle, while father's brother will called as paternal uncle. Now, next relation, mother's sister or father's sister will be called as aunt. Again, mother's sister will be called as maternal aunt, while father's sister will be called as paternal aunt. Next, father's mother or mother's mother will be called as grandmother, or father's father or mother's father will be called as grandfather. Now this is the basic. Now we'll go to the questions. First question, if A is a brother of B, B is sister of C, and C is father of D, then how D is related to A? First statement, A is brother of B. From the first statement alone, I can say that this A and B are siblings. For siblings, we should use these two parallel lines. Now, A is a brother of B. They have mentioned that A is the brother of B. So we can say that A will be male. To represent the male, we always use a square bracket. Now, first statement done. Second statement, B is sister of C. Again, this B and C are siblings. For siblings, we should use two parallel lines. Since B is a sister of C, I can say that B will be female, and for female, we should use this circle. Statement 2 done. Next statement, C is the father of D. Now, since C is the father of D, there is a generation gap, and for generation, we should use this downward arrow. Since C is the father of D, so obviously this C will be male. In this question, you have to find the relation how D is related to A. Now, from this diagram, I can say that this C is nothing but this A and C are brothers, and we know that brothers daughter or son. So for brothers daughter, we should use the word niece, while brother's son is called as nephew. But in this particular question, the gender of D is not specified. If this gender, if this D is a male, we can say that it should be nephew. If this D is a female, we can say that it is a niece. But in this particular question, since the gender of this D is not specified, therefore my answer will be cannot be determined. Last option will be my correct answer for this first question. After that, we'll move to the next one. Next question. Kabir told Preeti, yesterday I met the only brother of daughter of my grandmother. Whom did Kabir met? We have to just remember one thing. The question is related to blood relation, and if the question is in inverted commas, whatever written in the inverted commas, we should go in a reverse order. First step, we have to find who is doing the conversation. In this particular question, Kabir told Preeti, means I can say that Kabir is doing the conversation. So just write Kabir here. After that, whatever written in inverted commas, we should go in a reverse order. So last few words of this sentence is my grandmother. My grandmother, it means it should be Kabir's grandmother. Now the meaning of grandmother is there are two possibilities. Grandmother, it means either it can be Kabir's mother's mother will be called as grandmother. This is my first case. But in the next condition, there is one more possibility that Kabir's father's mother will be called as grandmother. Since grandmother is a female, I've enclosed in a circle. Again, mother is female, father will be male. And since there is a generation gap, I'm using this downwards arrow. My grandmother, done. Now, daughter of my grandmother. Before this grandmother, the few words are daughter of my grandmother. Now, daughter of my grandmother, from the first scenario, I can say that daughter of my grandmother, it will be Kabir's mother itself. From the second condition, I can say that daughter of my grandmother, it will be my aunt. That is my father's sister. Since aunt will be female and this father and aunt will be siblings, I can say that to use these two parallel lines. Since aunt is the female, I'm enclosing in this circle. Now before this, the words are only brother of daughter. Now only brother of this daughter, from the first diagram, it will be mother's brother, that is my uncle. Since uncle is a male, I've enclosed in this square bracket. From the second diagram, only brother of this daughter will be my father. Now my diagram is done. After that, I'll read in a given order. So Kabir told Preeti, yesterday I met only brother of daughter of my grandmother. Again from the second diagram, Kabir told Preeti, yesterday I met only brother of daughter of my grandmother. So this is the diagram for this particular question. Now, whom did Kabir met? From the first diagram, I can say that Kabir has met his uncle. But from the second diagram, I can say that Kabir has met his father. So there is two possibilities that he can meet either his uncle or his father. And it is present in my last option, that is either A or B. So either uncle or father. So my last option will be my correct answer, that either uncle or father. So last option will be my correct one. We'll move to the next one. Now, P is mother of K, K is sister of D, D is father of J, then how is P related to J? Simple question. Now, P is mother of K. Since there is a generation gap, P is mother of K. Now, since P is mother, obviously we should use a circle. There is a generation gap, that's why I'm using this arrow. Statement 1 done. K is sister of C. Since this K and D are siblings, I should use these two parallel lines. It is mentioned that K is sister of D. So we should use a circle for this K. Statement 2 done. Now the last statement, D is the father of J. There is a generation gap between this D and J. That's why I'm using this downwards arrow. Now D is father of J. Since D is father, I'm enclosing in this square bracket. We have to find the relation between, then how P is related to J. Now I can say that D will be J's father and this P is D's mother. So father's mother is called as, this father's mother is called as grandmother, and grandmother is present in our second option. That's why grandmother is my correct answer. Then how P is related to J? So I can say that this P will be the grandmother of J. So for third question, Answer will be grandmother. We'll move to the next one. On seeing a photograph of a boy, Nikhil said, he is the only son of my mother. Then how is Nikhil related to that boy? Again, the question is related to blood relation. If the question is related to blood relation and the question is in inverted commas, we should always read in a reverse order, whatever written in a inverted commas. First, we'll see who is doing the conversation. On seeing a photograph of a boy, Nikhil said, means Nikhil is doing a conversation here. That's why I'm writing Nikhil here. Now, whatever written in the inverted commas will go in a reverse order. The last few words are my mother. My mother, it means it should be Nikhil's mother. Now, it is Nikhil. Since there is a generation gap, it will be Nikhil mother. Since mother is a female, I'm enclosing in this circle. Now, before this my mother, the words are only son of my mother. Now, only son of my mother, it means Nikhil himself. Since they have mentioned only son, obviously this Nikhil will be male. Now, before this, the words are he is the son of only son. Now, he is the son of only son. He means that boy. So I can say that boy is the only son of my mother. So my diagram is completed. Now we have to find then how is Nikhil related to that boy. So we have to just find how this Nikhil is related to this boy. Since there is a generation gap, I can say that this Nikhil will be the father of that boy. Therefore, my last option will be my correct answer. So for question number 4, how is Nikhil related to that boy? So Nikhil will be the father of that boy. So last option will be my correct answer. We'll move to the next one. If Aishwarya says Amrita's father Apurva is the only son of my father-in-law Mahesh, then how is Krupa, the sister of Amrita, related to Mahesh? Again, the question is related to blood relation and the question is in inverted commas. Again, we'll follow the same trick. Whatever written in inverted commas will go in a reverse order, but before that we'll see who is doing the conversation here. In this particular question, if Aishwarya says, means Aishwarya is doing the conversation. Okay. Now, the last few words are my father-in-law Mahesh. My father-in-law Mahesh, it means it should be Aishwarya's father-in-law Mahesh. So for father-in-law, so it will be Aishwarya. Now, father-in-law, it means it can be either husband's father or wife's father. So it can be husband's father or wife's father, and father-in-law name is given as Mahesh. Since it is father-in-law, obviously this will be male. Now before that, only son of my mother, only son of my father-in-law. So this will be male. Since this is a male, Aishwarya will be female. Now Apurva is the only son of my father-in-law Mahesh. So this person Apurva is the only son of my father-in-law Mahesh. This will be done. Now the remaining words are Amrita's father Apurva. So there is a person Amrita, and this Apurva is the father of Amrita. Since there is a generation gap, I'm using this downwards arrow. I don't know the gender of Amrita, that's why I'm keeping as it is. We'll read in an increasing order. Now, Amrita's father Apurva is the only son of my father-in-law Mahesh. So my diagram is completed. After that, then how is Krupa the sister of Amrita? So there is one more person, Krupa. Then how is Krupa the sister of Amrita? So this Krupa is a sister of Amrita, since these two are siblings, and this Krupa is a sister of Amrita. That's why I'm enclosing in this circle related to Mahesh. So Apurva will be Krupa's father, and Mahesh will be Krupa's grandfather. Okay. Now in this particular question, this Apurva is Mahesh's son, and Krupa is Apurva's daughter, and we know that son's daughter is called as granddaughter. and granddaughter is present in our option last. Therefore, granddaughter will be my correct answer. So guys, that's all from my side.